Hello everybody, Kaz Grant here. So jumping on your screens today to talk about a bit of an extension from the podcast the other week. So we had a guest on and she was brilliant, and she's actually been creating her personal brand now for quite a while. And what I love about her is she is brave, she is bold, she is courageous, she says it how it is, and she also kind of like educates people through that as well. So obviously, like, though, you look at her and you're like, oh my gosh, like how is she that bold? Is she just like the most confident? But is it all these things? So we spoke about it, and we spoke about like how she does it and why she does it and all of these things. And I thought I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And it's since that though, I've kind of been thinking about myself and my own content and my own personal brand that I'm building. And I was thinking, do you know what? I am not often that bold. I am actually quite a vanilla person, and I haven't got strong opinions about absolutely everything or anything. And actually, there's almost like, I don't know, I'm the person that people go to when they want that kind of balanced opinion. When they want that friend that's going to say, yeah, I see where you're coming from, you do have a valid point there, but this person may have gone through different experiences in their life and they might not have the same thought processes as you. So if you just thought about it that side, maybe they didn't mean it like that. Maybe they didn't, I'm the one that kind of balances people out and doesn't go blazing in going, yeah, they're an idiot. Right. So I was thinking, like, because that's who I am, and I am quite neutral, quite vanilla, I am not going to go out there and create maybe as much of a bold, courageous, can't say that word, courageous personal brand than some others might. There's twofold to this. One is that, yes, my personal brand will not grow as quickly as some of the bold ones, right? If you have really opposing opinions, if you are like courageous in that, why can't I say that word today? Courageous in that, and confident with sharing that, and you do not give a shit who's watching, what other opinions come flying through, like, you are going to get a lot of engagement and quickly. You will do. Not all of it's going to be amazing. Not all of it's going to be great. Not all of it's going to be them saying, well done you. But you're going to get off piece with your personal brand really quickly, because people love a bit of Marmite. If you're not from the UK, you might not understand that, but Marmite is this little spread thing, this little black spread in a jar, and it's quite decisive. Like, people either love Marmite or they hate Marmite. I'm even neutral with Marmite. Like, it's all right sometimes, but sometimes I'm not a fan of Marmite. I'm even that neutral. Do you know what I mean? So, but they're going to like whiz off because people love a bit of drama. Like, we all know this. We all love a bit of controversy. We all love a bit of drama. We all love reading other people's posts that we're inside thinking, oh, I wouldn't have said that. Oh my gosh, look at Bob and Jane in the comment. Oh, they're getting like riled up by it. Oh, look at them go. And the more they get riled up, the more comments go flooding in. And it's like, you're going to get loads of engagement because it's going to piss people off. It's going to annoy people. If you aren't as bold, and if you are a bit more vanilla and you are a bit more neutral and things, it's not going to increase as quickly. But does that mean that it's not as important or that you can't create a personal brand? Absolutely not. It's just know that your personal brand won't grow as quickly. And don't be disheartened if you see other people who are less give a fuckable posts, and they are like creeping up the ranks really quickly, and they are getting loads of followers, and they are getting all of this. They're also getting all of the things that you want to get as well. They're getting the nasty comments, they're getting the nasty DMs, they're getting all of this stuff behind the scenes as well. And I'm not saying don't be a decisive person, bold and brave, and put yourself out there because you don't want those comments. Just know that that is going to be a byproduct of that, and that's going to happen. But if you're not bold and you're not kind of like courageous like that, and actually you are just a neutral kind of person throughout life, that's okay to share as well. Because again, with a personal brand, we are sharing us, who we are. I'm like, it's going to come across so inauthentically if I go guns blazing and I tell everybody out there that I hate them and blah 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 blah, and I put my extreme political views on, or what, if I had them, on the online, like it would actually be like, Kaz is just getting this for likes, like, you know, it would feel mismatched because it's not me. You meet me in person then and I'm not like that. It's a mismatch. So you can't try and be what you're not. But we can all be a little bit bolder and a little bit braver and a little bit more courageous. Why? I should have chosen a different word because I'm not having fun with it today, am I? But we can all be a little bit bolder, because there are some things that I put on them and I'm like, ooh, that's a little bit out my comfort zone. Somebody else would think like, oh, it's still lovely, Kaz. You still said it in a way that's like that, or you still done that, or you still, some people wouldn't judge that as that, but inside I'm like, oh. So you'll still have things that you feel a little bit like that. And actually, I shared something ridiculous the other day. Not ridiculous, ridiculous to me. So I've basically gone back onto the online dating world this weekend, just gone. Turns out, ladies, they're not coming knocking at your front room door. So you got to put yourself out there in a you know, some shape or other. And actually, the online world, it's online now. Luckily, I'm in the personal branding space, so my personal branding on my online profile, I reckon, is pretty good. I'm not lying. I'm sharing me. Again, who I am online is who I am offline, but I've put across a good representation of who I am. So I've learnt some stuff, and I've also listened to other people who have had experiences on there and connected with other people on there, haven't quite turned out to be who they are. And I've listened to like all sides of the online dating world spectrum, and I'm like, oh my God. And I've seen some of it myself as well. So I put a post on LinkedIn because I don't care. And maybe this is a bit bold. I don't care if the LinkedIn police are like, this isn't Facebook. What are you doing putting a post about a dating app on here? Actually, it was a post about helping people personally brand on their dating apps, which is what I do and is all about my niche and my industry and my world. So actually it was tied in. But I put it on LinkedIn because I thought LinkedIn has humans. Humans date. There will be others on there that are maybe on these platforms online, and they have blurry profile images, images that are not clear. They have the ladies, you'll know this, the men, and they're stood there with the fish. I've caught a massive fish by a lake. Well done. No one finds that attractive. Nobody. Unless you're that, maybe that one woman out there that's like, oh, I love a fisherman. Nobody else finds it attractive, right? So that was my kind of idea of boldness. But I put a few on here. There was one counteracting that for the ladies. So it wasn't all about like what the guys were doing wrong. Also, us women tend to put a lot of filtered images online, and this works for if you are on LinkedIn and you're going to meet people in person. This works for with business. This works for if you are dating and you're going to meet someone in person. You've put loads of filtered photos on and you look nothing like you do in person, because there's different variations of filters. We all know this, isn't there? A smoothing of the skin is a little bit different to it, completely changes your face, right? So they do this and put filters on because they don't feel good enough and they don't feel worthy and they don't feel attractive enough to put their normal photos online. I get that. But then they go and meet people in person, and how awful are they going to feel when the man walks out on them because you are nothing like you look like in online on your profile. So it's almost like he's been duped. So again, let's just put some like clear images, not filtered, show people who we are, because they're gonna see us in person eventually. Same with business, LinkedIn, your personal brand, the whole idea of a personal brand. And this is annoying me, my jumper's a bit screwy. There we go. The whole idea with a personal brand is so that you gain your audience's know, like, and trust. So in order to gain your audience's know, like, and trust, so that people want to collaborate with you, work with you, do business with you, help you out when you need it, you help them out when they need it. You know, the whole reason for this connections and this interaction and our expanding our networks, whether that be online or in person, is so that we can gain that trust from people. There is no trust if they don't know what we look like. No trust at all. And actually, if you're going to go and meet them in person for a coffee, what I would absolutely hate personally is if I arranged a business coffee meeting or a date with somebody, I said the venue, went to a public space, I went and ordered a coffee, I sat down, they came in and they have no idea who I am in the restaurant or in the cafe or anything because I've put incorrect images of me on either my personal branding or on my dating apps. That would just be the most annoying thing, and I wouldn't be surprised if the person walked out. In fact, I'd want them to walk out on me because I was lying to them. There's no trust. Instantly, trust lost, gone. So we need to be really, really good with our personal brands at putting ourselves across to the world. So you can't try and be anything that you're not, is basically what I'm trying to say. Yes, be bold. Yes, be courageous. Be brave. But put yourself out there and step outside the comfort zone a little bit. But you're never going to be crazily bold and if that's just not you. Likewise, I said something the other day about humour because I keep seeing so much humour in marketing nowadays, and I personally love it. Oh my God, I'm here for it, right? Entertain me. Make me laugh a bit if you can. I want to see a branded advert and it be funny. Like, that will entertain me. I'm going to switch off if it's not funny because it's boring and I'm being sold to. Done. Don't like it. If you're funny, oh my gosh, you're in my vortex. I'm at least going to watch it. I'm probably going to recommend you to others. Again, I'm going to trust you and going to like you more. But if you're not a funny person, then you can't make your personal brand funny either, because it would be that mismatch again. You create, even if you get an agency, like I run an agency called Quirq and we're a personal branding agency, we help people personally brand. If somebody came to me and said, Kaz, I need you to help with personal branding, how do I come across funnier? Like, I want to be really funny. I wouldn't say to them, let's create an amazing funny brand for you, and all the funniness comes from our team creating the stuff. And then when they go again in person to meet people, people are like, oh my God, this person's the most boring person ever. They're so fun online. Like, it just doesn't tie in. So we've got to be authentically us. So that was the main thing that came out of this podcast this week, is just being you and understanding you and understanding like your mission and your purpose and what drives you as well, and kind of what messaging you want to get out to the world. So go and listen to the podcast. We share it in my YouTube channel. And then also just consider like how you're putting yourself out there online. If you can be a bit bolder and braver, or actually, are you happy being quite neutral? It's okay if you are. You don't have to be a certain way to personally brand nowadays. You can be you. And I'm going to end there. Follow along. Each week I'll share another video with more tips and tricks for personal branding. And then also every week I share the Brand New podcast as well, where we're taking people on a journey of personal branding. So if you don't even know what personal branding is, you've never personally branded before, you've never created any personal brand content, listen to episode 1, go right the way through, because we will take you through the steps that you need to do to create them. So I hope you have a great day, everyone. Bye.